Behind the dazzling outfits, the genre-defying hits, and the stage shows that lit up entire festivals, was a man slowly unraveling. Fame didn't just elevate him. It consumed him. Addiction didn't just haunt him. It swallowed his future. And the music industry? It turned its back when he needed it most. Yet, through every breakdown, through every missed opportunity, his sound lived on. This isn't just another sad celebrity downfall. It's the story of a trailblazer who changed music forever. And vanished from the spotlight before most even knew his name. This is the rise, the collapse, and the unkillable groove of Sly Stone. Sylvester Stewart was born in Vallejo, California in 1943. A child of gospel roots and musical discipline, he learned multiple instruments before most kids learned to ride a bike. He wasn't just talented, he was gifted. By the early 1960s, Sylvester had already begun producing records and spinning tracks as a radio DJ. He had the ear. He had the vision. But he needed a vehicle big enough to carry it all. That vehicle arrived in 1966, when he joined forces with his brother Freddie and a group of diverse, wildly talented musicians. Together, they became something America had never seen before. Sly and the Family Stone. A multiracial, mixed-gender band in a nation still deep in the civil rights era. It was radical. And that was just the start. The music hit different. It was soulful, psychedelic, joyful, but underneath the rhythm was a bold message. Unity. Equality. Defiance. With tracks like Dance to the Music and Everyday People, Sly Stone wasn't just writing party anthems. He was leading a cultural revolution. His lyrics spoke of harmony and truth. His grooves moved bodies and minds. And when they hit the stage at Woodstock in 1969, history was made. I Want to Take You Higher didn't just raise the crowd, it tore the roof off the sky. Even surrounded by legends like Hendrix and Janis, Sly's performance stood apart. The funk wasn't just music. It was alive. And Sly Stone? He was its prophet. But as fast as it rose, it all began to crack. By the early 70s, the pressure of fame began closing in. Missed gigs. Increasing tension within the band. And most devastating of all, Sly was spiraling into addiction. Cocaine. PCP. The same mind that created masterpieces was becoming a battlefield. Still, he kept producing, writing, recording, layering tracks solo as bandmates quit or were pushed away. In 1971, the album There's a Riot Goin' On was released. It was darker, heavier, more paranoid than anything before it. A reflection of a man fraying at the seams. The joy was fading. The message was turning into a whisper of pain. By the 80s, Sly was a ghost in his own legacy. In 1983, he was arrested on drug charges, just one of many legal issues to follow. Public appearances became rare and erratic. The band was long gone. The royalties weren't coming in. And by the 2000s, Sly Stone had all but disappeared. In 2009, a documentary dropped a bombshell. The icon was living in a camper van in Los Angeles. He was homeless, cut off from his earnings, barely surviving. He had once sold out arenas. Now, he slept in parking lots. Even after a judge ruled he was owed millions in unpaid royalties, the victory didn't stick. The ruling was overturned. And the man who changed the sound of a generation was left with almost nothing. But here's what's wild. Even as the man faded from view, his music never did. Hip-hop legends like Dr. Dre, Public Enemy, and Tupac built their sounds on his samples. Pop stars borrowed his style. Prince carried his torch. Bruno Mars wears his fashion. The DNA of modern music is laced with Sly Stone's fingerprints. In 2023, 1 year before his death, Sly released his autobiography. Titled Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself Again. It was raw, strange, poetic. One line stood out. They're trying to set the record straight. But a record's not straight, especially when you're not. It's a circle with a spiral inside it. On June 9, 2024, Sly passed away due to complications from COPD. He was 82. Surrounded by family. Still listening to music. So how do we measure a life like Sly's? By the chart positions? By the awards? Or by the fact that he showed up, loud and fearless, when the world wasn't ready for someone like him? He took the sounds of gospel, soul, psychedelia, and rebellion, and made them dance together. He challenged racism, gender norms, and industry gatekeepers. He bent pop music into something raw and real. And even when the world forgot his name, his rhythm kept moving in the background. Sly Stone didn't just play funk. He was funk. Messy. Complicated. Unapologetically bold. And while his story is tragic, his legacy, it grooves on. Every beat. Every sample. Every artist who dares to mix beauty with truth, is echoing him. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, subscribe for more untold legends, deep dives, and the human stories behind the headlines. And remember, legends may fall. But the music? The music never dies.